All right, let's get this show started.
In a recent YouTube video, Tom Aspinall shared an update on his potential fight with Jon Jones. He confirmed that he has agreed to the bout and is now awaiting confirmation from Jones's camp and for the UFC to finalize details. The UFC interim champion says he is confident that everything will be sorted out within the next few weeks.
I don't have any latest on Jones' fight, unfortunately. Just waiting at the minute. I've said yes to the fight, I've agreed to it obviously, and that's it. I'm just waiting for his side now and the UFC to sort it out. Yeah, I'm just training now. I'm just training and getting everything focused to be as fit and ready as I possibly can, because who knows, they might spring the date on me quick, or they might say, oh, the date's going to be in 6 months, I don't know. But that's always kind of what happens between fights anyway. You never really know when your next one is. I'm just preparing now to fight, really. There's obviously there's no dates yet. There's an opponent there towards the next opponent and towards the next date, and waiting to find out when that is. I should imagine I'm going to find out in the next couple of weeks, so it's all good.
The UFC's first pay-per-view event of the year is set to take place in Los Angeles this Saturday, but whether the event will actually happen is up in smoke because of the wildfires raging throughout the region. Ariel Helwani has reported that should the event be forced to move, then the official home of the UFC, Las Vegas, is the most likely city to host the event. It also sounds like people who had tickets to the LA event will be able to rebook to the famed T-Mobile Arena in Vegas at no additional cost. Speaking with Kick streamer Aiden Ross on a recent broadcast, Dana White confirmed the reports.
Good, I'll pull up.
I want you. Well, if the fire gets bad, we're coming to Vegas.
You're doing the card to Vegas?
Yeah, we'll move it to Vegas if it gets too bad. But as of now, it's all a go. NBA's going to go this week.
During a recent episode of the Overdogs podcast, Mike Perry shared the story of an insane car chase he had in the country of Jordan with former UFC middleweight challenger Yoel Romero.
We was out and we was drinking, and Yoel had a few too many Red Bulls, so he was feeling some type of way. And this guy comes up and he gives him a watch. It's like a $2 watch. And he puts the watch on his wrist and he goes, I give you gift. And he was like, now you give me gift. And he points at Yoel's like diamond bracelet. And Yoel's like, what? Like, why would I do that? And we got in the car and we left to go to another bar. And this car is like chasing us and like honking and like he's about to hit us on the road. And we're like, what's going on? What the bro? I was like, bro, stop the car, bro. That he wants some problems, bro. Let's get out. And Yoel's like, man, this guy, man, he give me this watch. I'm like, that's why he's chasing us? Because he gave you a watch and he didn't give us nothing back.
As Israel Adesanya prepares for his return to the UFC octagon next month, he has welcomed a familiar face to his training camp. Former foe and UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker has stepped foot in Auckland City Kickboxing Gym. Izzy and Whittaker had one of the biggest rivalries in the middleweight division in recent years, with Adesanya successfully seizing the throne from Whittaker with a second-round knockout in Melbourne, Australia, back in October of 2019. Izzy and Rob fought a second time in February of 2022 when Whittaker tried to get the title back. However, Adesanya was able to fend off the attack in a unanimous decision victory. Both men took to social media sharing that they've joined forces, with Izzy saying new year, new friends, and Whittaker writing rivals one day, friends the next. Funny world. Khabib Nurmagomedov has issued a statement after the viral clip that showed the legend being removed from an airplane. In case you missed it, the clip shows Khabib sitting in the emergency exit row when a flight attendant questions him. It sounds like she tells him to either switch seats or leave the plane. The UFC legend asks for an explanation and is shortly after seen exiting the plane while other passengers look on. You can hear Khabib saying that the situation is not fair. Khabib has now released a statement regarding the situation, writing, "First of all, I need to clarify that it was Frontier Airlines, not Alaska Air. Lady who comes to me with questions was very rude from the very beginning. Even though I speak very decent English and can understand everything and agreed to assist, she still insisted on removing me from my seat. What was the base for that? Racial, national, or another one? I'm not sure, but after 2 minutes of conversation, she called security and I was deplaned from the aircraft. After 1.5 hours, I boarded another airline and left to my destination. I did my best to stay calm and respectful, as you can see in the video, but those crew members could do better next time and just be nice with clients. Here's how the MMA community reacted to the incident. Michael Chandler tweeted, "Can you imagine? An emergency happens on your plane and you would prefer a perfect speaking human instead of one of the greatest athletes of all time because you're uncomfortable with his ability to speak English, which is very good by the way. This is bizarre. Not only was he the most physically capable human being on the plane, but I'm pretty sure the only qualification to sitting in the exit row is being able to say the word yes. At Team Khabib, if you're going to kick or goat off the plane for a little accent, please start making passengers do a physical and mental fitness aptitude test before you let them sit in the exit row after uttering a one-word syllable, yes, because I've seen some slugs in the exit row on flights. I have to say that Khabib deserves an apology for whatever airline he was ejected from. The man speaks English well and there is not a more capable person on that plane to help others in an emergency situation than the man that was sitting in that exit row seat. Someone screwed up here and it wasn't the Eagle. Extremely common Frontier Airlines L. Khabib was literally the most fit and qualified person to actually assist in an emergency situation on that entire plane, and you booted him. Nice one. Nando joked, send her 2-3 years in Dagestan. One time she can call her family. They should issue a public apology and get rid of the rude people. File a Department of Transportation complaint for racist discrimination against the airline. She moved you and your friend for Islamophobic reasons. This guy is so humble, flies Frontier when he can easily afford a better airline. Props to you for being a calm, collective leader. More men can follow your lead. During a recent interview with Submission Radio, Khabib's former coach, Javier MENEZ, shared his take on the entire airplane incident. MENEZ believes Khabib was racially profiled by the flight crew because he was wearing a hoodie.
Nothing to me. I didn't hear nothing. This happened last week when he was coming back from Utah, either going to Utah or coming from Utah from skiing. And they didn't say anything to me. They're very quiet about it, so I would think Khabib didn't think much of it. But the whole world is thinking a lot of it because they racially profiled him 1,000,000%. There's no way you can tell me. You can look at that video, see what they were saying. He was asking the correct questions. They asked me a question. Look, I speak English. It was yes. They asked if I could self. He said yes. What is the problem? Who's complaining about me? And they said, well, the stewardesses don't feel comfortable with you. And I looked at the video and I said, this is what they're doing. They racial profiled him because he was wearing a hoodie. And they were uncomfortable with him wearing a hoodie. But you know why he's wearing the hoodie? Because he's a super famous athlete in the world and he doesn't want to be recognized. So what they should have did, in my opinion, is that, sir, can you please remove your hoodie? You know, then okay, no problem. But to come out and do what they did, no way, no way.
Time for today's top memes. Third place was posted by Consistent Pop 2983. Second place was posted by Brax Moore. The top pick was posted by Fight Sport Focus. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.